Hi, I thank you for the opportunity given to me to present the results of our research at the International Conference on ICT for Smart Society 2020. The introduction are the recent use of software-defined networking in network architecture has brought tremendous advantage in computer network technology. Administrative problems such as routing and security can be centralized automatically on the SDN controller. One of the biggest advantages brought by SDN is the separation of data plane and control plane or network management by a centralized controller. The separation was carried out by the OpenFlow protocol, which is a standard protocol in SDN. In this way, it will be easier to make changes to the network due to network program management and capabilities. Compared to conventional networks in terms of security, the most striking characteristic is that network traffic information related to devices on the network can be collected. This certainly provides greater benefits in terms of detecting bad traffic. This separation was carried out by the OpenFlow protocol, which is standard protocol in SDN. Apart from the benefits, there are also security threats that attack SDN. This centralized architecture makes SDN vulnerable to denial of service or DOS attacks. A DOS attack is an attempt to make the network or server source unavailable to the intended user. The attacks are relatively easy to do, difficult to maintain, and attackers are rarely tracked back. In SDN, the most worrying thing is the attack on the controller, which is the network brain. If someone reaches the controller, he can reach the entire network, so that he controls the entire network. Thus, on the controller is a big threat. Those attacks are usually fake traffic. Those may attack a switch or controller on the data. This attack can cause the SDN architecture to be damaged or prevent the controller from passing legitimate packets to certain destinations. Legitimate and fake packets collected by the switch and sent to the controller will meet the controller's resources, so that the entire network cannot be used. To overcome those attacks on SDN, a method is needed that not only detects attacks but can also prevent these attacks. Intrusion prevention system or IPS is a method that can prevent those attacks by using Snort to block hosts that send malicious packages within a certain period of time. However, this method cannot be adjusted to the frequency and type of attack. Adaptive IPS, as a continuation of IPS, can overcome these problems by adjusting the blocking time with the frequency and type of attack. This adaptation can be done by integrating Snort in IPS with genetic algorithm. Therefore, we need a system that can improve the quality of network services by limiting the bandwidth for each service that runs. Hierarchical token bucket or HTB is one method of bandwidth allocation. HTB has the task of limiting bandwidth and arranging packet queues based on priority. HTB method application is done using SDN technology. SDN uses OpenFlow as the protocol. OpenDLEC is one of the SDN-based controllers that supports the OpenFlow protocol. The HTB method is connected to the OpenDLEC controller via the REST API. In figure 1, we can see the details of the incoming packets in the network consisting of the time of delivery, source IP, source internet protocol, source port, destination IP, destination port, and the type of packet sent. The method proposed to overcome those attacks on this SDN consists of several steps. The data used in research are packets sent by hosts that act as attackers or attackers to hosts that act as victims or victims of SDN in real time. Each packet sent by the sending host will be received by Snort, then compared to the rules that have been defined or signature based, and then saved into the log. From the log data, the attack time will be analyzed to determine the next action that the system will take. The general architecture that describes each step of this method used in this study is shown in figure 2. In application plan, there is Snort, which is an application of IPS. Snort saves incoming data packets on the network into a log and analyzes each packet that enters the network. The packet is identified and determined whether it is dangerous or not with signature-based techniques. This technique works by comparing packets that come in and out of the rules defined by the administrator. The Snort will block hosts that send maliciously identified packets and potentially do those attacks in real time. Snort will be integrated with genetic algorithm so that the blocking time is adjusted or adapts to the frequency and type of attacks or adaptive IPS. The genetic algorithm will use the output log from Snort as its input. Control plane is the part that controls the entire network and is responsible for network traffic in SDN. This section is also the part that is the target of those attacks because if the attacker manages to reach the controller, it will potentially damage the network traffic as the whole. The SDN controller used is RIU. Data plane is a component of SDN that communicates directly with the host by receiving requests from the host. In this section, the OpenFlow protocol will be integrated. This protocol is a standard SDN protocol that functions to separate control plane and data plane and maintain communication between the two. Attacker is a host that will carry out a DOS attack on this simulation by sending a malicious package. Victim is a host that will become a victim in this simulation that is as the destination host of the malicious packet sent by the attacker. Output is the duration of the blocking of the attacker. This duration is determined by IPS and genetic algorithm depending on the frequency and type of attack. Results and discussion. The process of genetic algorithm is carried out 5 times, namely the generation setting of 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, and 20,000. The results obtained can be seen in Table 1. It can be seen from Table 1 that the process of genetic algorithm is different for each process, but each process is successfully executed and gets the best chromosome. Then the test is done and the following is the display of the duration of the block by Snort. From figure 3, it can be seen that Snort manages to block the attack host with a duration of 10 seconds. While in figure 4, it appears the recontroller blocking display shows that the host acting as the attacker has been successfully blocked. While to get the duration of the blocking by genetic algorithm, the attack is carried out 10 times with different attack intervals. then obtain the duration of blocking by genetic algorithm as in table 2. The display duration of blocking using genetic algorithm can be seen in figure 5. From the test results in table 2, the variation of blocking duration by genetic algorithm is obtained according to its attack interval. It can be seen from figure 6 that the duration of the resulting blocking tends to be inversely proportional to the attack interval, and there is the same duration at 480 and 540 seconds intervals. That can be occurred due to random generation of chromosome values. Next, testing is done to find out how the delay ratio of the packet sent by the attack host to the victim's host before and after the DOS attack is carried out. The test is done 5 times from the attacker to the victim. The conclusion obtained based on the result of testing in this research are IPS and genetic algorithms can be implemented to detect those attacks on SDN technology and block attacking hosts so that network traffic becomes safer. SNOT as an application from IPS can be integrated with genetic algorithm to form adaptive IPS in adjusting the duration of blocking with attack. Prevention of those attacks on the system is done in real time by comparing incoming packets to define rules so that the attacker cannot weaken the controller. The execute time average of the genetic algorithm obtained is equal to 0.0278 seconds. For further questions, please send an email to me at baihaqi@usu.ac.id. Thank you for your attention.